I would like to introduce you to the novel The Assassination of Jane Underwood. It's a real-time crime detective novel where the challenge resides in solving the case before the detective does. All the clues you might need are there. The question is, will you be clever enough to solve the crime by yourself? If you want to know more about the novel, look below in the video description. Calvin Crew, 23, is the main suspect in the kidnapping and murder of Christi Spicuzza. Christie was a 38-years-old Uber driver and mother of 4 children from Turtle Creek. On the 10th of February, Christie picked up Calvin in Briton Avenue for a ride. As the ride came to an end, Calvin Crew held a gun to Christie's head and told her to keep driving. Christie pleaded several times for him to stop, but he ignored her pleas. The kidnapping lasted 75 minutes. During this time, Calvin tried unsuccessfully to withdraw money from Christie's bank accounts. Later, he made Christie drive into a wooden area and killed her by shooting her in the back of her head. Part of the incident was recorded on the car's dashcam. This assassination took place in the Pittsburgh area on the night of February 10, 2022. Background: at the time of the crime, Calvin Crew was living with his girlfriend, Tanaya Mullen. Although Calvin Crew had never been convicted, he has a long list of charges regarding felonies involving the use or threat of violence to commit robbery. For this reason, Calvin Crew was not eligible to buy a gun. The gun he used to commit the crime was registered in his girlfriend's name, Tanaya Mullen. When interrogated, Tanaya claimed she did not buy the gun for him but for herself, and that the gun went missing on the day of the murder. The involvement of Tanaya Mullen in the crime is still under investigation, yet judging by the proofs alone, it seems she was fully aware of Calvin's intentions from the beginning. The crime's timeline. On the 10th of February, Christi Spicuzza picked up Calvin Crew at around 9:14 p.m. in Briton Avenue. The ride was ordered from the account of Tanaya Mullen, Calvin's girlfriend.
Hi, for Tanaya. How are you today?
A few minutes later, Tanaya Mullen sent a message to Calvin saying, "I'm not going to jail if we get caught." I would like to stress the words used in this message by Tanaya Mullen. She wrote, "if we get caught." This means, 1, that she was fully aware of what was going to happen, and 2, she had done something to see herself as an accomplice.
In a quarter-mile, make a right turn on Palm Avenue.
20 minutes into the ride, at 9:34 p.m., Calvin pulled a gun, grabbed Christie's ponytail with one hand, and held a gun to her head with the other. Christie begged him to stop, but he ignored her pleas. Then Calvin told Christie to keep driving while he removed her cell phone and disconnected the dashcam.
Drop off Tanaya.
Which side? Where your red is? Right here? Up there.
Keep driving.
I'm sorry?
Keep driving.
You've got to be joking.
Keep driving.
What are you doing?
This is a gun. Keep driving.
No, it's not. Stop. Come on, man. I got a family. What are you
I got
doing?
a family too. Now drive.
What are you doing?
Drive.
Please stop.
Drive the car, miss.
Why
Just
are you
drive.
doing
Don't
this?
Don't make this so noticeable. Just drive.
Why are you doing this?
Just drive the car.
To
Complete
where?
the trip.
I cannot do that.
Complete the trip.
Why are you doing this?
Complete the trip.
Please?
Complete the trip.
Please
Drive.
stop. Please, I'm begging you.
I'm begging
I have
you,
4
drive the
kids.
car.
What are you
Drive
doing?
the car. Complete it. Now drive.
Please
Don't
take that
move.
off of me. Please. No, no.
Keep driving. Do what I say and everything will be alright.
The kidnapping lasted 75 minutes. During this time, Calvin tried to get cash by accessing Christie banking apps but was unsuccessful in withdrawing the money. Later he made Christie drive into a wooded area and killed her by shooting her in the back of her head. After had killed Christie, Calvin tried to dispose of the evidence. He threw the dashcam and Christie's cell phone away in 2 different spots. Then he went to his cousin's house and spent the night there. On the next day, the morning of the 11th, Christie's family reported her missing. On the 12th of February, at around 9 a.m., police found Christie's car abandoned on Pittsburgh's 4th Street. The car's dashcam was missing. A few hours later on the same day, an Amazon driver found Christie's body on Rosecrest Drive, Monroeville.
An Amazon driver driving down in a van, had a little bit of elevation to it, just driving down that roadway, saw the body off to the side. It was approximately 40 feet, I believe, off the roadway.
She was found face down with her COVID mask still on. Next to the corpse, the forensic team found a 9mm shell.
Christina's murder is a sad and tragic case, like so many others in Allegheny County. It was a senseless killing that left 4 children without a mother.
The police searched the area and found the dashcam abandoned behind a fence near a habitation on Penn Hill Street.
We say it all the time, the harder our detectives work, the luckier they get. And they got a little lucky there. They did a canvass, they did a re-canvass. They checked all the areas where they should be checking. And one of the detectives was fortunate enough to find that camera, and it had some critical evidence on it.
2 days after the finding of the body, on the 14th of February, a civilian found Christie's cell phone by chance along railroad tracks beneath the Triborough Expressway. The police checked the license plate readers and found several positives. The police then used technology such as cell phone tracking and rider information provided by Uber to track down the responsible for the murder.
It is unusual. Thankfully, it doesn't happen that often. More times than not, there is a relationship between the actor and the victim.
We believe this was a robbery. As society changes with more technology being part of people's lives, it changes investigations also.
The investigators were able to identify the name of the account holder of the person who ordered Christie's last passenger. Her name is Tanaya Mullen, and later it was revealed that was Calvin's girlfriend. Further investigation revealed that the gun used to commit the murder was a 9mm handgun registered for Calvin Crew's girlfriend, Tanaya Mullen. On the 14th of February, Tanaya Mullen and Calvin Crew were brought to the police station for interrogation. Tanaya admitted to having called an Uber for her boyfriend on the night of the murder. She claimed she had not purchased the gun for him, but for herself, and that she was not aware of the crime. She said that her boyfriend had borrowed her gun before and that on the day of the murder, the gun went missing. Calvin Crew was charged on the 17th of February with criminal homicide, robbery, and tampering with evidence. The Allegheny County District Attorney's Office stated they will seek the death penalty against Calvin Crew. At the time of the recording of this video, there are no statements from the prosecutors regarding Calvin's girlfriend, Tanaya Mullen, and if she too will be held accountable for the murder.
We are continuing the investigation, and we are in consultation with the District Attorney's Office about any additional charges that may be filed against any other people in this case.
The prosecutors took into consideration the extended history of felonies involving the use or threat of violence to commit robbery to seek the death penalty in this case. It is up to the prosecutors to prove at least an aggravating factor to convince the jury that the death sentence is justified in this case. The trial is expected to begin on March 2023.
Her kids were her world. Her family was her world. She was literally the person you want your daughter to grow up to be. Why did you go after a mother of 4, an innocent, sweet girl that would have done anything for anybody? I'm just mad because her babies don't deserve to go through this. They don't deserve their last memories of their mother to be this incident. And there was no reason for this.